Hi, sweetheart. Look who's getting up from her surgery. The spay went very, very well. She's just waking up. She's wanting to get sternal, but if you've ever had animals that wake up from surgery, their front end wakes up long before their back end, so they have coordination over the front end before their body can. But she did great. She's already been grooming herself. Well, hello. Hello, I know you want to get up and see people. In due time. In due time. It's okay, gorgeous. So she's just waking up from anesthesia. Today she was spayed. Here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, we spay and neuter and vasectomize our residents that we can, mostly for health reasons. We do have some residents at the sanctuary that aren't spayed because they came to us at an older age, or they might have a health issue or complication. She's almost doing it. She's almost getting up. No chuffs yet, and you see the pink on her foot. That is, she got paw prints made for the next auction, didn't you? And I think there's some very special people that we can send paw prints to. She still has her baby teeth. Are you being good girl? Are you being such a good girl? And you can see her belly where she was shaved. So she's going to stay as a visitor here until the end of day, and then she'll go back down into her room. Are you being silly? Still not totally coordinated yet. And I figured I'd take this time to do my weekly wrap-up as well. What are you doing? What are you doing? She's trying so hard to get up and play with us. What are you doing, silly? Are you being a good girl? So she'll continue to waking up, and pretty soon she'll be standing up and chuffing again. But I thought I would kind of do our weekly wrap up here as well. Let me see if it allows me to turn the camera. I know it used to allow me to turn the camera. There we go. Oh, sorry guys, you did not need that close up from me. But as I sit here on the floor with Indy, I'll also give you the weekly wrap up, and then we'll check in with Indy again. So it's been kind of a busy, hi sweetheart, it's been kind of a busy week as always. I'll kind of take you through some of the behind the scenes stuff, some updates on animals, and then we'll see Precious Girl one more time. And of course I'll be distracted because I'm sitting next to, you know, a 7-month-old adorable tiger cub who just had surgery. Definitely a predator in training, predator in practice. But one of the things we've talked about before is that sustainability is a big thing of what TWS does. And part of that is we've been drafting our strategic plan as well. And I'm putting together, along with Kelly and Gina, survey questions, because we definitely always want our stakeholders' input on the future of our organization. And so putting those questions together, we're reaching out to certain donors, certain industry people, and things like that, to be able to get their core input as we develop it. And then later in the year, the entire broader audience of TWS supporters will be able to see that and what our direction is as well. So that's been very exciting. We're also looking at what our big capital improvement and construction projects are for the next year and through the next 5 years. So on top of the strategic plan, I'm working on a 5-year facilities plan of what things we're going to need to repair, replace, but also what things we want to improve and what things we want to build from scratch. Hi, sweetie. And so, you know, always improving here for TWS, always trying to use your donor funds and support the best way with the most impact for the cats, and so we're forever grateful. We did swap Miss Indy and Nova, didn't we? Didn't we, beautiful? So that Nova's in the front of their enclosure now, and Indy is in the back, so that Indy has access to that bedroom for recovery. And that went really smoothly. They both just did exactly what they were supposed to do. It took about 5 minutes. If you saw Dash and Winona move habitats, these two are exactly like that. So that was awesome. We are working on not only the Argentina rescue, and Dr. Campbell has reached out to the Argentina vet as we discussed, and waiting to hear back so that we can get some case history on Violetta and Lucy. I'm also working with another entity on another big cat placement, and we'll be able to share more with you on that if it becomes to fruition, but we've been working on maybe providing a home to another cat in the future, near future. So from a health stand perspective, I know people were asking an update on Anastasia the cougar's ear. She was holding it flat. It seems to be better. We don't know if it's just debris in there, if it's just how she holds her ears for certain people, because, you know, she's not very people friendly all the time, or if she has kind of a small infection. So she was given oral antibiotics, which doesn't always do great for ear infections, but it was the best thing we wanted to try, the least invasive, because we didn't necessarily want to set her back with a sedated vet exam since she's so behaviorally challenged. So we're watching her, and every day we say, do we want to sedate her? Is she looking better? And so it's nothing that's an emergency at this time. So we're going to regroup again early next week and decide if she will need an exam or not. But nothing's getting worse, put it that way. We talked about Zeke's eyes a couple times. He's still having intermittent third eyelids go up and down. Excuse me. But nothing's gotten worse. It seems to be better. And so again, we're not going to have to intervene there at this time. We have a lot of cats that are kind of having allergies. They're on allergy medicine. They're being watched. Some of them have skin allergies. Some of them have upper respiratory responses. So things like that. Luckily our tick population went down quite a bit, so we haven't had to do a lot of frontline this month. But again, we expect that when we get close to end of summer and we have an influx, we'll be doing more frontline again. Indy, do you want me to walk away? Because you're really wanting to respond to me, but your body doesn't want to stand up yet. Hi, good girl. Josie, you know, she's our most precious and wonderful office cat, but she's also the biggest challenge. That plastic comb came off, her stitches came off, she was super happy, and then right away she's like, my eye itches, so I'm gonna rub my eye. But now she's in the soft-sided donut cone that you guys all bought off at Amazon. And so things are going well, but they wanted that cone on for another week while it's itchy. I apologize for coughing. So Nunda, one of our older servals, has been picky with meds, but Teresa came in today and said she did take her meds and full meal today. When we get warm temperatures like this, the cats love to like hang out and not necessarily always get up when we want them to, but she's doing good. So some good news is Ramsey and Brianna, as you know, we did play dates, and now they are permanently together. And that is Brianna the Bobcat and Ramsey the Canada Lynx. So they're still in quarantine, so we do a few more mergers and moves, and then we're going to determine where the best place is for them to go live now that they are roomies. There's been no cuddle puddles yet, but Brianna sure is trying and making some very cute bobcat noises, and Ramsey's kind of has his larger bubble going around, but we have caught them pretty much near each other sleeping and stuff, so that's good. If you are a Chili or Avon the Pepper sponsor, you will hopefully be getting an update in the next few days that Chili has started having some play dates with his family. And what is awesome is that we were concerned, since it's been over a year and Chili is pretty compromised from what other cats might perceive him as, that they would take advantage of him. But on the first play date, Chili actually was the dominant cat in the group, and the others were kind of trotting away from him, and he was doing his darndest to chase them in a non-traditional manner. So we were pretty impressed with Chili, but we made that a short play date because that's a lot of energy he was expelling in his little body, and so we're doing more and more play dates. So we'll keep you up to date on that. I've also was meeting with architect this week and general contractors to start a process for some of our big construction projects that we'll be sharing with you, hopefully end of year or next year. So we're really excited about that. And today we have contractors here and our volunteers and staff. We're busy locking Tarek and Paulina, the tigers, in, taking off part of their enclosure because we want to increase the drainage in their areas. You know, Tarek is like having a whole herd of cattle. He sure can really tear up the grass and everything in a lot of habitats and cause some dams. So we are putting drain tile and things in so there's better drainage. I see you trying. You can do it. You're gonna be able to get up soon. She's just a determined little girl. And so they've also been working on repairing more of the skirting in Aspen and Blaze's area and the Trio and Noah and Elizabeth, and that's, you're getting close. So they've been doing on that. I just have to tell you, I was so excited. It's all the toys that are coming in for the toy drive is really exciting. We're waiting for most of them to come in before we hand them out in the next week or week after. It's just our lobby is full of those toys you bought, and some of those probably have a couple more week lead time before they're here. But you'll start seeing all the cats that you bought toys for get their toys. And then also all the Cats in Crisis items you've been buying off the Cats in Crisis wish list. I mean, from fire blankets to tire repairs to pumps to hoses, electric cords, bolt cutters, you know, fluorescent cones, water containers, small dog houses. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There's still items on our Cats in Crisis Amazon wish list. Everything from temporary kennels to more water pumps. So thank you for what has come in, and thank you for those that will continue to buy off that wish list. We also had the freezer floor was sealed, or cooler I should say. Last year you guys helped us upgrade the food center. It was put in later in the year, so the facilities team went back this year and sealed the floor completely, so it's much like the hospital floor now, and just more sanitary. Oh, there's so much continuing to go on here at the sanctuary. It looks like we're finally going to get rain this weekend and next week, which we really need, so that sometimes put a hindrance in construction plans, but it never stops us from still doing things for the cats. So we're going to check in one more time here. This little girl, how are you doing? She says, I want to play. Do I get a chuff yet? Not yet? Not yet? So, well, Indy, the next time they see you, you're going to be recovered down in your room. And we'll have to take a look at some of the auction items, things that you got, that Elise got. Look at those big paws. I know, time to get up. No, we don't need to bite your wood. You don't need to bite your wood. Silly girl. Silly girl. No, 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 no. Well, this is the quietest you will ever see her. It was just like Nova after her spay. So we'll keep you posted on this girl as she sets up, but she's already being a little bit of her personality coming out and being a little destructive on her wood, but she's doing great. And let's go see what arts and crafts Elise made. Are they over here? Oh, what? Oh, let's go see. So here's some awesome paw prints. Those are good. God, her feet are big already. So those will be up for our auction in the fall. They'll be awesome. We'll make sure that everybody knows about them. And we will keep you posted. So thank you guys for being here today on Indy Spay, and thank you for everything you've done for the Cats in Crisis. And we'll be back next week with the weekly wrap-up.